Hello aspirants, I'm Indumati Karthikeyan from Inkar IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 12th February current affairs, the topic taken from the Delhi editorial. The topic is addressing the growing threat of the forest fires. This topic comes under our GS3 disaster management. In this topic we are going to cover that what is forest fire, what are the classification of the forest fire, what is surface fire, underground fire, canopy fire, controlled deliberate fires, and what are the government initiative taken for this forest fires, and what are the regions mostly affected by this forest fire, and what are the present scenario in India, and what are the human carelessness and weather condition, heredity, and what are the fuel management. These are the things we are going to discuss today's topic. First of all, why it is in the news. To address the growing threat of the forest fire, a comprehensive approach is needed, including prevention strategies like controlled burns, improved forest management practices, public awareness campaigns, stricter regulation on ignition sources, yearly detection system, rapid response capabilities, and also adaptation measures for the climate change, which are primary drivers behind increase the fire severity and frequency also increased very well. The Bambi bucket, or also called the helicopter bucket or a heli bucket, is a specialized container that is suspended by cable under a chopper and which can be filled by lowering into a river or pond before being flown above a fire and discharged aerially by opening a valve at the bottom of the bucket. The Bombay bucket is especially useful in fighting the wildfires that are difficult to impossible to reach from the ground around the world. Helicopters are frequently commissioned to fight forest fires. First of all, we must know what is forest fire. It is described that is uncontrolled and also non-prescribed combustion on burning of plants and in a natural setting such as a forest, grassland, brushland or tundra, which consumes the natural fuels or spreads based on the environmental condition like woody or topography. A wildfire requires the essential element to sustain the combustion like fuel, oxygen, and also heat source. There is a classification for the wildfires. First of all, the surface fire is the main thing. That is a forest fire may burn primarily as a source fire, spreading along the ground as a source litter. That is a senescent leaves or twigs or dry grasses, etc. on the forest floor and is engulfed by the spreading flames. And also underground fire, that is zombie fire. This fires is low intensity that consuming the organic matter beneath under the surface litter on the forest floor or subgrouped as underground fires, or in most of the dense forests a thick mantle or organic matter is found on top of the mineral soil. These fires usually spread entirely underground and burn the some meters below the surface. The fire spreads very slowly, and in most cases it becomes very hard to detect and control such types of fire. So underground fire is also very much dangerous one. This may continue to burn for the month or destroy all the vegetative cover of the soils. And canopy and crown fires. These fires spreads throughout the upper canopy of trees, often fueled by high winds and dry condition. They can be particularly intense and difficult to control. And also there is a control and deliberate fires finally. In some cases, controlled deliberate fires, also known as prescribed burns or bushfires, that is intentionally set to forest management agency to reduce the fuel loads, to mitigate the risk of the uncontrolled wildfires, and also promote the ecosystem health. These controlled burns are carefully planned and executed under the specific condition to minimize the risk, maximize the benefit to the forest ecosystem. There is a initiative taken by the government. First of all, the government initiative National Action Plan on Forest Fires, that is a started in the year of 2018 with the goal of the reducing forest fire by informing, enabling, and also empowering the forest fringe communities, and also incentivizing them to collaborate with the state forest department. And also there is a forest fire prevention and management scheme. The scheme, only government sponsored scheme dedicated to assisted states in dealing with the forest fires. So these are the main schemes. Forest fire season. First of all, November to June is considered as a forest fire season in India. because there is hundreds and thousands of small and large fires burning every year, especially from February onwards as summer approaches. That April, May are usually the worst fire months across the country. And the biennial Indian State Forest Report that published by the Forest Survey of India in 2021 that shows forest the total forest fire prone zone was 35.47 of the forest cover. Severe fires break out in the dry deciduous forests, while evergreen, semi-evergreen and montane temperate forests are comparatively less prone to the fire. The forests of northeast India, Odisha, Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Uttarakhand are the most vulnerable to the fire during the November to June period. In 2021, there is a serious forest fires broke out the Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur border, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, including the wildlife sanctuaries. In the present scenario, that is the highest number of forest fire have been reported in the Mizoram region, that is 3,738, and Manipur 1,702, Assam 1,652, Meghalaya 1,252, and Maharashtra 1,250, as per the Forest Survey of India. That's a satellite data, that is the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO tools show that have been an uptick since early March 2024 along the Konkan belt in Maharashtra, south coastal Gujarat, and along with Gir Somanath and Porbandar, southern Rajasthan, adjoining southwestern districts of Madhya Pradesh, coastal and interior Odisha, and adjoining Jharkhand. So these are the main areas. There is a many human carelessness is also one of the reasons the majority of forest fires caused by the human activities such as the discarded the cigarette, campfires, burning of debris, and also similar process with increasing urbanization, human presence in forested areas at the risk of accidental fire also increases. Usually, the poachers, the illegal smugglers sets fires either in divert the attention of forest official and eliminate the evidence of their crimes. And also, there is a weather condition is one of the main concept, that is especially the hot and dry weather condition experienced in southern India, particularly during the early phase of the summer season, have created a conductive environment for the spread of the forest fire. And also high temperature, low humidity, and also calm winds increase the livelihood, and also there is a fire fighting and spreading rapidly into the fires. Aridity, that is a southern India has experienced a abnormal temperature, that is mainly there is a clear sky condition and lack of rainfall leading to the increasing of aridity that dries upon the vegetation, making it more susceptible to ignition and facilitating the rapid spread of the fires. And also there's a yearly availability of the dry biomass. First of all, there's a dry vegetation including the leaves. A chill forest is particularly prone to the igniting and spreading fires. The high inflammatory of chill forest leaves raises the chances of the forest fire and adds to their intensity and rapid spread. So we need to provide the public awareness through educating the public causes of the consequences, causes of the forest fires, as well as promoting the responsible behavior in forest can help to reduce or mitigate the incidence of the human caused fires. And also there is a campaign on fire safety. There is a campaign on fire safety campaign or safety proposed to disposal of cigarette and the danger of leaving campfires unattended can raise the awareness and also encourage the responsible behavior. There is a strict enforcement and regulations. There is a enforcing laws and regulation related to the forest fire prevention, such as restrictions on burning debris and campfire bans during the dry periods can help to reduce the risk of the accidental fires. There's a penalty for violating fire safety regulations should be strictly enforced to deter the irresponsible behavior. And also there's a fire breaks and fuel management. That is a creating a fire breaks and conducting the controlled burns to remove the excess vegetation can help to reduce the spread of fires by creating the barriers and reducing the fuel loads. And also the proper fuel management practice such as that is thinning the dense vegetation and cleaning the dead woods and also can make the forest more resilient to the fires. an early detection system that implementing the systems such as surveillance camera, satellite monitoring, and also lookout towers can help to detect the fire in the early stages when they are easily to contain. And also there is a rapid detection allows a quicker response, minimizing the size and impact the fire. The combustion of human activities, mainly the natural factors like weather condition and aridity, and also the yearly availability of the dry biomass has contributed to the high end risk of the incidence of forest fire in the southern India. So, by implementing mitigating strategy and fostering the culture of fire safety and resilience, communities can work together to mitigate the risk and impact of the forest fire. The increasing threat of the forest fire require integrated approaches that combining technology, policy, community management, and environmental conservation. A proactive strategy that focusing on the prevention, preparedness, and also rapid response will help to mitigate the disaster while ensuring the ecological sustainability. Thank you so much.